How's it going, guys? Cracked Rack here. Today we're going to be discussing why I don't like LostProphets, the band. Not Ian Watkins, not him. We're removing him from the equation. This is all about LostProphets. The band, the discography, the concerts, the length of time it was a band. None of this is about Ian Watkins and his disgusting lust for infants. Over the last couple years, I've seen a lot of people not talk about LostProphets just because of what Ian did, and I think that's an injustice because I think we should acknowledge how much LostProphets sucks. You see, I made a video a couple of years ago, actually quite a while ago, like pre-pandemic, where I was basically just discussing some of Ian Watkins' crimes in kind of a sensationalist way, and people were furious at me, like absolutely enraged. You know why? Because I said LostProphets music sucks and was like the British version of Blood on the Dance Floor. So I was really young when Ian Watkins went to prison. I was only like 13 years old. But at the same time, I actually knew LostProphets way before that. I've known of LostProphets since I was probably like 7. I would always see the music videos pop up on TV or pop up on all the music YouTube channels, and I just always saw it recommended to me, and I always hated it. I never liked LostProphets. I could never get into them ever, and it had nothing to do with Ian. We're going to discuss some of the reasons I think LostProphets sucks a big load. And I completely understand if you love this band or loved it at one point or even just think I'm horrible for, saying such bad things about it, but man, it's just not a good band. So the first reason I don't think LostProphets is a good band is because it's so repetitive. Every last one of their songs has pretty much the exact same formula. It's like Linkin Park, but stripped of all of its authentic qualities. And ironically, LostProphets, LP, has the same initials as Linkin Park, LP. The songs are just the same thing every time. It starts with like a really intense guitar intro that's like da 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 da. And then there's Ian Watkins being like, "Yeah, I'm cool." And then the band members are just like, "We are standing behind Ian Watkins because he is better than us." It's really weird looking in the videos, but the songs are always the same every single time. The videos are always the same every single time. It never has any change or format differences. It's slow guitar going, and then a breakdown going, and then it's an intro of Ian going, oh, and then all of a sudden there's a build up that goes, and then it's a chorus and it goes, and it's just Ian pretty much going, standard and regular chorus that barely fits the instrumental and barely is catchy but is passable as a song. Say what you will about Falling in Reverse. At least their music is original every time. At least every single composition that they come up with is slightly different from the last. LostProphets is not, and the singing is just so unpassionate and unfocused, and it never really follows a pattern, so you can never really keep up with what he's going to sing about or how he's going to sing it or the melody. And like I said, there's almost no emotion in the voice. I wonder if that has anything to do with Ian being a diagnosed narcissist. The next complaint I have about it is there's nothing with soul in the instrumentals. That's a weird way to put it, but you get the idea. The instrumentals are just dead. They have some moments where it's like, hey, that's kind of cool, but it's so radio rock and it's so radio friendly and it's so toned down, obviously not by their wishes, like it's controlled, that it's infuriating. It makes the LostProphets discography horrible to listen to. It's just slow and painful. Then there's the song titles. The song titles were so clearly chosen so that they would go viral. And I don't mean internet viral, I mean 2004 viral. Like he's like, no, guys, I'm not a violator of babies. I'm actually a singer of rock. Here's my song, Rooftops. It's just so manipulative sounding. That's the vibe I get. Kind of hard to explain, but that's another noticeable pattern I have throughout the discography. Same goes with the album art. Considering Ian clearly had a huge hand in how the album covers turned out, there's a lot of narcissism just broadcast in the covers that just make his crimes, Ian, so much creepier. The next complaint is that Ian's voice and aesthetic is just not good. I can't get into it. I can't even imagine myself being in a position where I would have ever enjoyed this band. Ian is just such a repulsive creature, and that extends to his art as well. His singing is so unpleasant. Maybe it's different if you live in the UK. I'm not quite sure. I'm ignorant to that part, but every song is just so whiny. Like, you know how Chester Bennington, when he sings, he's like, I sing soft like this. Well, Ian is horrible. He's like, I sing soft like this. His voice is like nails on a chalkboard if it was British, if that makes sense. So let's go down the criticism so far. Ian's creepy and it shows up in every video. His voice sucks and is not entertaining at all like his contemporaries, like, for example, Chester Bennington or Ronnie Radke. His album covers and his song topics and titles are all narcissistic and very see-through. We also have some dead instrumentals that sound just so boring and radio rock-like. And I know I said some others, but whatever. Let's move on to the next part. Oh, we have Ian Watkins' appearance to discuss. Now, I don't judge appearance. I think appearance is pretty worthless when it comes to judging somebody in an important way. But you gotta understand, when I was like 11, 12, 13, before Ian was arrested, I was really super duper into, like, you know, that style, that look. I still am, and express that in a way, but I loved everything about just tattoos everywhere and, you know, this glamour and, like, the offensiveness of it. I couldn't get into Ian Watkins even back then. Just looking at him, he looks like a sewer rat from the UK. Like, I don't mean to sound evil or racist, but he looks like a sewer rat from the UK from the movie Ratatouille, who broke out of the sewer to become a meth dealer. I mean, he looks horrid. And even when I was young and trying to watch his music videos, his broadcast just did not resonate with me at all. There's some videos where he straight up looks like Adam Sandler. Next is the songwriting itself. The songwriting of the Lost Prophets songs are awful. It is just the most generic slop that there is. Like, the song will start and Ian will be like, when you feel really sad and you hate your dad and you're getting fat. And it's like, oh, cool, a song that just describes basic things. Actually, no, it's worse than that. It's mediocre music. It's not awful. And because it's so mediocre and generic, I think it's even worse than something bad. I haven't checked out their new band, No Devotion, but I have a strong inkling that it's probably just as bad. Except without Ian, so it's probably got a little bit better, but it probably is pretty shitty. Here, I'll go check it out right now. Okay, just got done listening to their most popular song. I don't even remember what it was called. It sucked. I'm sorry, No Devotion. That sucked. That sounded like Ian Watkins having butt sex with Depeche Mode. It just sounds like Lost Prophets, but with a techno element and something's missing. And what drives me nuts is there's going to be people that defend this. There's going to be people that are like, oh, how frickin' dare you say that about these wonderful boys. And it's just so dumb. It's like, ugh. That was such a bad attempt at trying to recover from Ian. In fact, that music feels just like them trying to recover from Ian. That's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys agree with me that Lost Prophets is not a good band, never was, and will die in silence. Just like all of us will someday. So, that's all. See ya. Oh, real quick, I made a Lost Prophets song. Yep, I made a Lost Prophets frickin' song, because I want to show you what I hear. It may not be a perfect recreation, but it's what I hear every time I turn on Lost Prophets. Didn't fuck a baby, I don't know what you are talking about. Didn't fuck a baby, I don't know what you are talking about. Didn't touch its penis, didn't put its penis in my mouth. I didn't. No, I actually really did. I did all of that stuff.